Today it's a story about a car that was used as the pace car at the Indianapolis 500 in 1956. Hi, it's Bud Wilkinson. The car in question, a 1956 DeSoto Fireflite Sportsman. The chrome up front still shines, but it has a rusty hood, and its top has rust specks as well. With tail fins and a two-tone paint scheme, the DeSoto is straight out of the 1950s.
From my understanding, it belonged to a family in outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The gentleman bought it new in 1956, and then he basically sold it, or his son inherited it, and then he just recently passed away, and so I was able to get it at the estate sale.
Owner Casey Golic of Torrington, Connecticut, only purchased the DeSoto about 3 months ago. What attracted you to it?
Ever since I was a little kid, I just loved the kind of 50s and early 60s era cars where they were kind of in the space race and the fins and the chrome and just a lot of innovation. But what I really liked about this Fireflite was the originality of it. So many cars have been restored, and it's really rare to see one that's completely original and intact with such a cool patina. I mean, they're only original once, so I thought that was really neat that it's such a true survivor.
Golic bought it for less than $10,000.
I actually found an ad in a paper for an estate sale, and it mentioned a classic car was going to be auctioned off. So I did a little bit more research, called the executor of the estate and found out about it and what it was. Only saw one picture. It was a grainy old picture from the 90s. So it took a bit of a gamble, but when it showed up, it was even better than I could have expected. It was in really good shape. Who knows what it's worth? It's hard to put a value on a car like that, and they're not necessarily the most desirable model, but I think it's really cool, and just love that everything works and that it's original.
The Fireflite model was produced by DeSoto from the 1955 through 1960 model years. The 1956 version was powered by a 330 cubic inch V8 engine. It has an automatic transmission that is engaged via push buttons in the dashboard,
which was revolutionary for the time. So it doesn't have park, it just has an emergency brake that you pull. It also has the optional heater package. So it has two blower motors, one for defrost and one for heat. And then this one also came with the two-tone paint and the two-tone interior with real leather.
Golic may only be 35 years old, but being a classic car collector who got interested in them at an early age, he was aware of the DeSoto brand, which was terminated by owner Chrysler in 1961.
I was just obsessed with older cars, so I had coffee table books and calendars, and I've just always loved that era. So I knew about the DeSoto, I knew about its demise a few years later. I've always been a big Cadillac man. I've had a 59 and a 60. I hope to get another 59 Coupe de Ville someday. But I've always thought these were neat because they're not incredibly common. Not everyone knows what they are. They have kind of a neat history. I especially like the Sportsman because it was the two-door kind of top-of-the-line model that you don't see often.
It's got to be a handful to drive.
That is a great way to put it. It is, yeah, especially with the bias ply tires that are probably older than my parents. Yeah, she wallows a bit, but it's all kind of part of the charm of that 50s vibe. It's got a massive steering wheel. She floats down the road, and I don't know, there's something to it. It's a lot of fun. It's you know, nostalgia, reminder of yesteryear.
As the years pass, fewer folks remember DeSoto as it went away nearly 65 years ago, having launched as a division of Chrysler in 1928. What are your plans for this car?
Great question. This is a tough one because it's so original. I almost think I'm going to keep it as is. I might grab one of those kind of patina like preservers that you can put on. It's almost an oil base that keeps the patina. Hoping to get some fresh white walls on it, do a couple basic maintenance items, but I would love to just kind of keep the original patina, keep it as is, because yeah, they're only original once.
That's my ride in Torrington, Connecticut for CT Insider. I'm Bud Wilkinson.